everybody! As per usual, welcome to my yearly video. There's been a lot going on since we last chatted, so let me show you my new classroom. We are finally in a new house, one with an amazing classroom space that I am very grateful for, and I'm glad I get to show it to you. This is the space where we start each day, saying a prayer before the icons, doing some calendar time and songs, and we have a new little book nook. This is my table with the sensory items for the younger kids. So this side of the room is basically the younger kid half, and this side of the room is generally for the older half. I was rewatching some of my videos and I realized that I told you I was going to show you some of my sensory bins, but didn't. So let's take a tour. It is backwards, not forwards, on purpose, because if it were forwards, my tiny ones would be incessantly spilling beans and rice on the floor. Let's start with probably my favorite, the space sensory bin. I bought colored balls, bouncy balls, some little plastic planets, glow stars. I painted a bunch of beans black. Spray paint works best. These aren't with spray paint. And yeah, just a bunch of little spaceman toys, some Star Wars toys actually. I like this one a lot. This is the popcorn sensory bin, inspired by Pinterest. The Arctic sensory bin. I love these little cubes, they're so cool. The ocean sensory bin. This has got shells and little sea creatures and those little colorful rocks that you get at a pet store. The treasure sensory bin. So this is rice, just regular rice, not colored, but that might be fun too. More of those rock pebbles, and these little plastic rock pebbles. You can also get those at the pet store. So these little plastic jewels, some real costume jewelry. I guess real and costume jewelry doesn't go together, whatever. And then these golden rocks. The ice cream sensory bin is usually a favorite, but it's got some issues. So we've got all these fun things. We've got like fake food ice cream. We've got these little ice cream cones and ice cream bowls and spoons. I initially had white kinetic sand in here with like some fake sprinkles, and then these are kind of like cherries on top. Only problem is kinetic sand usually gets spilled all over the floor and gets used up really quickly. So you could use Play-Doh with it as long as you keep it separate. Just try to be on it and, you know, repack it and not leave it sitting out or it will just disappear. This had some dried garbanzo beans and some kinetic sand. So it was like a construction desert zone kind of thing. So we've got some desert animals, we've got bones. I had some construction vehicles. There were like these little signs that came with it. You can see a couple of them left, but I had a bunch of that and it was really cool. I think my son like took all the cars out and all the kinetic sand got used up, but we'll have to revamp this one. The fall sensory bin. This one is mostly coffee beans and just like a mishmash of dried beans, and oh, there's some corn in there. And I should add some more like big things like leaves and pumpkins and stuff, and that would make it more fun. This is the Christmas sensory bin. So this one was also cooler at one point. It was just the white beans, and I had other little fun jingly things and like Christmas lights from the dollar store, lots of stuff from the dollar store. The kids like slowly disassembled all the cool tiny things from the dollar store and just broke them, so this is what's left. It's still pretty fun though. So I do make most of my sensory bins from scratch. I don't have a lot of pre-made stuff, and I just think it's more fun that way. It's easier. I don't know. I like to think I'm saving money. But I also have some more tactile things, so let's go take a look at that. This table here is new this year. It was holding Legos outside of the classroom, and this is where I used to have the kids working with the sensory bins, but now we're gonna try something new this year. Play-Doh drawer, magnetile drawer, pattern block drawer, food fractions and food plate drawer, blocks drawer, random numbered ducky drawer with some cool egg clock learning things. It's like a puzzle. You can take them apart and then try to match the right time up. We also have these things which the kids think are really fun. I've got a drawer full of math manipulatives. We've got like the 3D objects. When you try to make a square out of these, I could never do that. The mini clocks, these hundreds, tens, and ones blocks, the rubber band things. We've got another math drawer. I love these, the linking cubes. We actually use these in class quite a bit with the pattern blocks and the teddy bear counters, we've got our flashcards, and then back there I have bingo that I've made for all kinds of different situations. I've got regular bingo, Christmas bingo, Valentine's bingo, animal bingo, and Pascha bingo. I made all my bingo cards. Yes, it was very time consuming. I only use the bingo cards as like a fun activity when we're all done with regular school and we just want to do something fun together. I've also got this drawer of science things. We've got a little scale. We've got a flower press. I like using these pH strips to do different liquids and see if they can put them in order from like most acidic to most alkaline. We use the laser maze game, circuit boards, and we've got this microscope in here among some other things, holiday related, math related. Thanks for joining me on my tour of my classroom. I hope that you were maybe inspired if you were looking for things to keep your little kids occupied while you're teaching the older kids things, or if you're just looking for like stations to do. That's something fun we did this year, was just got out like all the different math related things or all the different science related things, put them on this table right here, and then have them rotate every 15 or 20 minutes, sometimes a little bit less than that depending on how much time we had. And that was a really fun last day of the week kind of activity. So I hope that you are inspired on your journey. Thanks for subscribing and thanks for watching. God bless.